Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This appreciation, I have actually been up since about 3 o'clock this morning. This is going to be a blackout reading. If you hear a little noise in the back, that's my fan. Me and Puppy been up since about 3 this morning, channeling a situation with a divine masculine, a twin flame connection. This person is all in their head about a contract. They wasn't listening to their divine feminine. I don't know, they thought this person was full of shit. They thought this person was batshit crazy, had noodles for brains. I don't know. But from what I'm hearing is that the divine feminine told this person about this contract, but they rebelled anyway. And they either wanted to stay being single, which is a player, like continue going out, having one night stands, or they went back to someone in their past to start a relationship with another person. And see, this is the thing when you have a contract with the universe. And when you're twin flames, you share the same souls. And you can't run from the contract. I mean, you can run from the contract, but you're really running from your life purpose. And when you run from your life purpose, you no longer have the powers that that your ancestors give to you. You're no longer immortal. You lose your immortality. And this particular divine masculine, he was hiding the fact that he do candle work. He was hiding the fact that he was spiritual from this divine feminine. So now, the divine masculine that I'm speaking about, he could feel the tingling in his fingers, that he's losing his power. He tried to manifest and he's figuring out, well, why aren't my manifestations coming true? And he's going through a lot of karma right now. A lot of bad things is happening in this person's life because he rebelled on the contract. And now he's trying to figure out what is a contract. But see, he's playing games because he already knew what the contract was. But he was acting like he didn't know what the contract was when his divine feminine told him. Guys, we come here with a life purpose. And it took me a minute, and I'm still learning. And I'm not going to pretend that I know everything, because I don't. This astrology, living in my life purpose, living in being spiritual, all this was not easy for me to acquire and to learn. It's like the Holy Spirit and my ancestors and the angels was telling me stuff. And I was like, it was sort of like I was in a movie, you know? And I had to take that leap of faith in order to understand more and more and more and more. So I said that to say this. If you're being called to do something divine masculine and you don't do it, and you revert back to the past, nothing good is going to come your way. And it's not that a person is wishing bad upon you. It's just that's the way it is. You know, guys, before I start living in my life purpose, everything that could come my way that was bad would come my way. I had no good in my life. I would have money, but the money would fly through my hands. I had a marriage that I was never happy in. And I kept wondering, what is going on? And I just had this conversation with someone last night. I said, I'm so happy that I live in my life purpose. Because things are so different for me now. I am so different. Situations, the people that come in my path is so different. I don't have all that chaos and all that toxicity and drama. And no, I'm at peace. And I'm not at war with myself. You know, when you have all that toxicity, there's nothing but war with yourself. Because you have a war within yourself. So guess what? You mirror what you are. So when you have a war with yourself, you're going to attract people like that. Then you're going to look at them and say, oh, they're toxic. No, you're toxic also. Because if you wasn't toxic, you wouldn't be around, these people wouldn't even be flocking to you. You know? So the divine masculine that I've channeled, you know about this contract that you have with the universe, with your divine feminine. The universe is trying to push you into an awakening, or either you already been pushed into an awakening. It's time. If you don't take this leap of faith, everything in your path is going to be destroyed. This is what I'm hearing. You're trying to fight this contract with the universe. You can't fight the universe. You can't fight your ancestors. You are a healer. You're supposed to be an influencer. I can hear you saying, I don't know how to speak. I don't like being in the limelight. I don't know who I'm channeling. I like to be behind the scenes. This is what I'm hearing. This is to the divine masculine that I'm channeling. I felt the same way. I thought I had to learn tarot cards. I don't even need the cards. Because my ancestors and my angels told me, Shay, once you take that leap of faith, we're going to help you. And they did. If you guys go back and look at my videos, I'm just throwing cards out there. I'm not looking at the cards. Cards don't even matter to me. Someone asked me to do a reading for them yesterday. And this person was so amazed. They were like, oh my God, you're different. You really are who you say you are. I started laughing. I used to be very unsure of myself. I wasn't confident enough to speak to the world. It's scary, guys. And this divine masculine I'm channeling, it is scary. Because the world that you're going into, you're like, is this a game? Is this a joke? Is this real? I remember calling my daughter and telling her who I was, and she started laughing. Because it is funny when you first start hearing people say what I'm, about this, what I'm telling you. It's like I'm making this up. But you know what is real. And I'm telling my story to this divine masculine because this is real. I'm hearing, peace be with you. You must take this leap of faith. You got to stop holding back. You got to stop being afraid. You were listening to a lot of people back in the day, and they were telling nothing but lies, and they were very toxic people you hung around, or family members, or friends, or I don't know, guys. You have to tell me. Y'all heard that banging on my window? That's my ancestors. That's telling me, that's confirmation saying, you don't hear that? I hear that every other night. It doesn't scare me because I know who I am. But this divine masculine, you're having tower moment after tower moment after, excuse me guys, after tower moment in your life. Only you know what the tower moments are. Could be a divorce, your kids are bad, or you're having problems with your children, you're having problems with your family member, your friend circle, is always problems in your friend circle. It's just too much going on. It's making you want to go in hermit mode. It's making you want to not deal with these people at all. But the fact of the matter is, it's time for you to transform. It's time for you to have a rebirth. It's time for you to move away from all these people and turn your back. And yes, they're going to talk. They're going to say a lot of things. You know, I told you guys, my mom think I'm a demon. And I think it's sad. But I'm still going to stand in my power. I had a lot of people try to discourage me. Okay? But I'm still standing in my power. Because I'm working for the Holy Spirit. I'm working for my ancestors. I'm working for God. So I give no fucks what people think. Yeah, my mouth is a little reckless. But I am who I am. The divine masculine. It's time to go towards your divine feminine and be happy. Everybody you hung around, they knew who you were. They know who you are. Someone around you know about this contract also. And that's why they were tempting you. Because the universe was testing you. But you was like a little kid. Okay, I know about the contract. My divine feminine told me about the contract, but I'm going to still rebel. Now you feeling the after effects. It's like the storm when a tornado comes, and then all the after effects you got to deal with, all the rubbish. Like, damn, this is a bad storm. They're not playing with you, divine masculine. You weren't meant in this season to be alone. You were meant to have stability. You were meant to have legacy, generational wealth. I'm hearing if you miss it this time in the winter time, you could beg the universe, you could pray all day. You're never going to get this person back. Because this divine feminine is a empress. She lives in goddess status. And I'm hearing you saying it's going to be hard to live that way. No, it's not. You don't want to live in your empress status. Because you still want to be for the streets and have hoes. Not in this season. It's time. It's time for a change in your life. The universe, God is calling you. Holy Spirit is calling you. The divine masculine I'm channeling, he lives mainly in the dark. It's no balance with you. It's no balance between the light and the dark. You're just dark. And you need to go through the dark night of the soul, or you should have already been through the dark night of the soul. But this was just a quick message, guys. I love you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. And your donations are greatly appreciated. I will be back on today to do the individual signs. I have been having a lot, guys, over the weekend. And this week is a really trying week because it's my